Hello. We're doing another Skywatch tonight. Now the moon is still up, quite bright, so we're not seeing as many stars as we normally would, but we can still plenty see what is in the old Earth's atmosphere as well. So let's get ourselves alive everywhere else. 1, 2, 3. Let's get that going. So yeah, I'll welcome everybody. We are doing a live UFO, a UAP Skywatch tonight. They're looking for the strange and anomalous in the night skies here, live over Wiltshire in the UK, which is right in the heart of crop circle country and just down the road from Stonehenge. So yeah, we're going to be looking out for the weird and wonderful, so flying around in the old night sky. So let us know if you spot anything there, and do say hello if you're new. Would love to hear from you there. So we're going to make the most of having a clear night sky. Not sure when the moon is going to start going in the other direction and giving us some of our night vision back. See some more of those stars would be amazing. But yeah, we're doing our live UFO UAP Skywatch, so this is the night sky live. Now there's quite a few stars in shot there, but it is nothing compared to what we can normally see there. So when the moon isn't up, this is what it normally looks like. Just look how many stars are in shot, not just the bright ones there, but the moon sadly is taking away some of that night vision. I couldn't be bothered to start trying to track the moon tonight and do a moon stream. So it's still plenty good enough, say, for us to see those objects in low Earth orbit, within our atmosphere even, some of those strange and anomalous. And I think we're still in the peak of a meteor shower today. So hopefully we might see a few shooting stars as well, which is always stunning to see. But we've got a few nice bright stars in shot, none that I can actually recognise though, so if you can tell us which way it's pointing, do let us know. There, Harco's in the house. How are you doing there? And Jason as well, thank you for the likes, appreciate that guys. It is those likes and those shares that help us reach more and more like-minded people there like yourselves, getting more eyes and minds on the old phenomena there, so we can all piece this puzzle together there. But yeah, we're looking out for UFOs and the weird and wonderful tonight in the night sky. Oh god, what did I listen to last night? So yeah, I was on another podcast. Hello Rio, how are you doing? Good to see you. So we've got another clear night. Yeah, I was listening to another podcast, and I don't know if you guys were in on it wasn't our last, it was the one before last of our radio signal hunts there. So when it's cloudy, we do an alien radio signal hunt. Got a very large radio antenna there, and we sweep across the sky hoping to hear ET say hello. But we were focusing the other day on a particular star called Tau Ceti, and it was, I think it's about 11 light years from Earth, and we know of planets in orbit, some actual super Earths that are in orbit of that star, so quite close by. Lots of planets in the habitable zone, a very good candidate, and apparently it has sent some very interesting signals before as well, which we cannot disprove as potentially being alien. But what was very interesting is, I don't know if you guys have seen the video that came out in the early 90s, and it's meant to be an alien interview video that was supposedly leaked by a chap named Victor. And yeah, he was in this interview. You see, it's quite shady, but you see like a grey type alien there communicating, but struggling to breathe, and medics kind of come in and treat him there. It's one of the ones that's been going around for a while. How are we doing, Nemo? Good to see you there. Thank you for the likes. But yes, it's one of those really interesting videos. People can't quite debunk it. If it's fake, if it is all what's the word? If it's an animatronic there, if it's a puppet. Oh, now did you see that? That was a good one right there. Perfect. So if you need your shooting star stamp for your passport, let us know, because that was a good one there. So Harco, did you catch that? Because I think you needed it. I could stamp that one for you. That was a good one. But yeah, so this is a really interesting alien video there, but it's come out recently that that alien is rumoured to be from the Tau Ceti system, which is exactly where we were pointing our dish that night, listening out for that. I think it's always cool when the alien, the UFO lore aligns with the things that we are monitoring and seeing in the sky. Being able to point to a particular star and go, that one, that's where they're meant to be from. There, it was awesome, wasn't it? That was a good one there. And again, that was nothing like that weird orange one that we had there. What do you mean the internet is unstable? What? Sorry guys, the internet was having a sulk then. I have no idea why. So hopefully it's going to sort itself out now. Weird. But yes, it's yeah, that shooting star there was so cool, but it was nothing like that orange object that we see come across the screen. The closest is a shooting star, but again, still very, very different. We don't know what that was. It was witnessed by a few people here locally as well. They saw that as well, so hopefully we're going to see some more of those interesting things on the screen tonight. How is everyone's weekend going? I'm still in the funk of this post-Christmas thing. Even though I'm back to work, I can't get my head straight there. Yeah. Is that true, Rio? Yeah. Up in, how are we doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm still all over the place at the minute, getting up at silly times, going to bed at silly times. Can't quite get any semblance of a routine back. Kate is in. How are we doing? Good to see you there. Rob, Stephen there. Eminu as well. Good to see you guys. And Swish as well. Where are you all joining us from tonight? Where in the world are you observing from? So we're based in Wiltshire, which is in the UK, right in the heart of crop circle country. So when you see those crop circles on TV, most of them are in this little county here. And we had one just outside of town a few months back. That was quite interesting to actually to have a little exploring. Very cool to see, and we're hoping the next crop season there, if there's another one close by with an amicable farmer, we are going to do a live Skywatch like this from the middle of the crop circle there. And if the weather holds on Tuesday, and at the minute it's looking good but freezing, we should be doing another on location live. So we take this rig up to a UFO hotspot somewhere that's got a bit of a history with sightings. I mean, this town where we're based has, but we tend to take it up on one of the big Iron Age hill forts or something like that, and to do another live Skywatch from there. Kate, thank you for feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom, thanks guys.
So Tuesday, pencil that one in. We should be doing that one. Star Night as well, thank you for the gifts. Appreciate those guys. They all go back into the stream there, helping us improve what we're doing there for Alicante. Rob, love it. Nice international, but you've got a lot better weather than we've got. My camera is frozen outside there. And what do you think about the Tic Tac UFO? Oh, it's just scrolled ahead at me there. The videos that came from the US Navy pilots. I think those ones were incredible. The Tic Tac, the gimbal, I mean, very, very strange. I'm open to there being something I haven't considered. But what... you know, like a simple explanation there that I haven't considered, or maybe I heard somebody talking about an aerogel-based platform, so like a craft, so not like a plane in the typical sense with engines and flight surfaces and things there, but basically like a modern version of a balloon, a solid object that's actually made out of a substance that's got no air in it, so it's actually lighter than air, so it floats very, very quickly there. But the speeds that were shown on the Tic Tac were far in advance of all of that, and some people have said, oh, it's ducks flying and it's just the parallax and all that stuff. I'm thinking to myself, look, I mean, I can't disprove that. I'm not a scientist, I don't know enough about it, but I would hope that the amount of money they spend on those weapon systems, they can differentiate between a duck and and something, potentially a craft there. Alan, thanks you there, Kate, as well. And Phil, thank you for the likes. Appreciate, guys, the likes and the shares. They help us reach more and more like-minded people there, like yourselves, and more eyes and minds we can get looking at the phenomena, experiencing the sightings that we see together there. The more we can all piece this puzzle together. We've already had a few shooting stars tonight. They are absolutely stunning. Is there. We're all friends here, 100% Rio, and we don't have to share the same specific opinions, do we? And I think that's what makes it great, is we can all kind of chip in a few ideas here and there, and together we can all understand this all a little bit better there, Rob. Today the weather wasn't so great either. I can't believe that. Was it still shorts weather though? Laura, that's hello, thank you for the likes, you know, popping up there. And did you see the moon area time? What's the moon area time? The moon area... I don't know that one. Maybe. Or was it a typo? There's a star night as well. I've been laying in bed and got woken with the moon. So white and so beautiful. And then so much starlight. Oh, it is so bright at the minute, the moon. I mean, I love the moon. We do a live moon watch. We've got a good lens. Here's some footage there. So we look out at the moon for all the strange and anomalous things that go on around the moon there. But tonight it's up full, so we could have done a moon watch tonight, but it's a really pain to track it, because when you're zoomed in that much with the Earth's rotation, it's kind of just zooming across the screen. It's stunning to look at there, so I absolutely love it. But when we want to do a Skywatch like this, it really does that. How bright it is, it just affects how many stars that you can see there. So if I put this up, there you go, look how many stars we would normally see on a Skywatch, but that we're not, because of how bright the moon is. I never even considered this before we started doing all of this there. And Sammy as well, thank you for the heart. How are you doing today? And the likes as well. No rain, but cloudy. Still shorts weather. It's literally frozen here. Last night, putting the camera in. Oh my god, I had to smash ice off of it. It was so cold there. But it is stunning there. And I mean, you don't even necessarily need the aliens, do you? The night sky is amazing. Some of the show that nature puts on there with the shooting stars, even the man-made satellites and things in orbits are absolutely stunning there. So I have to agree with you there. Yesterday, the moon had a lighting of 98.5%. I'm not surprised. I'm about ready. It's beautiful, but I'm about ready for it to go back down so we can get some decent sky watching in, because we can just see it so much more there normally. But even though we can't see the beautiful stars, oh, that's a weird flash. Keep an eye out for that. Even though we can't see as many beautiful stars, we can still see things clearly that are going to be within our atmosphere, like we saw the shooting stars coming in. We can still see the strange and anomalous should it pass across our screens there. And because we are based right here in the heart of Crop Circle Country, actually just down the road from Stonehenge and what's the one? Glastonbury, there we go, is not so far in the other direction as well there. So it's a very mythological, mystic landscape here, of a long history of the phenomena. These are skies to be watching. We had a big UFO flap in this town in the 60s and 70s there. So yeah, these are the ones skies, and we tend to see something strange pretty much every Skywatch streams there. And it moves so quickly. I have my windows open and the curtains. It's nice to see there. It is stunning. And astrophotographers use them. Yeah. So this, yeah, we need, there's a tracker. You can get these trackers, and so they precisely monitor the moon. In fact, there's some that are so good that you can just kind of program in and go, I want to look at the moon, and it will align itself and find it for you. No messing around. But they are like that, sadly. It's on the list. It's on the list. There. I did actually take a pic from the Audi car park. It's in I haven't even been on my own Discord today. It's been one of them ones. After the stream, I'll be catching up, so I'll check that one out there. And Laura Lass, how you doing there? Been taking the paper off your bedroom walls today. Oh, that's a never-ending one. Where you regret your decisions on your previous decoration, or the past homeowners' decisions there. Wallpaper is a nightmare there. And my kids are upset there is no snow start. I feel you there. Some places are getting snow here in the older UK. I think we're due next week, maybe even when we're meant to be on location and doing the old Skywatch there. And actually had the hubs take the pic. The iPhone's crap. Honestly, Kate, it is. I don't know if it's user error on my part, but I'm not happy with the old camera at night for that one there. And thank God it stopped snowing here in Aberdeen. Has it ever stopped snowing for you guys up there? And if you are just joining us, we're doing a live UFO UAP Skywatch here tonight, live from Wiltshire in the UK. So let us know if there's anything strange on the screen that we missed. We can zoom in on the good ones there tonight. But do make sure you're following us, because say we do something like this every night. If it's a clear sky, it's this. If the moon's up full and I can be bothered, it's a moon watch that looks like that. And if it's cloudy, we do a live alien radio signal hunt that looks a little bit like that. Listening out for signals similar to the WOW signal. There, anything coming out from deep space that could be an artificial signal. And do your snow angels. I think I'd freeze to death if I did that as well. Lee, you joined the YouTube. We can stamp that one off for you there as well. So we are, guys, if you want to see a horizontal version, if you want to see the sky up the right way, there you go. At the thing UFO on those other ones as well there. TikTok is normally throwing a sulk and throws us off every now and again, but you can always catch us there. It makes TikTok cut out and loop. Poor excuses there. Over on the tubes, how are you guys doing there? Could do another week off work. Oh, I feel ya. Although partly I'm desperate to get back to the routine, because at least with the stress of it, it kind of made me do more there. It's going to be a chilly up it. Oh, I am not looking forward to that part of it. For New Year's Eve, popped up there briefly to just have a good, I thought that'd be a good point to look over the skyline of the town, the surrounding county there, as it hits midnight, see who's doing the fireworks. Well, that would be nice. It sounds interesting, doesn't it? Oh my god, up there for about 20 minutes. Freezing. Absolutely freezing there, so it's going to be very chilly there. And the moon is stunning, as is Jupiter. I can see it. Jupiter's just off the side of the moon, I think, isn't it? Very big and bright there. Anyone else frozen? I am. I cannot heat the house. I can see that how much you're spending on energy bills is just going up and up, and I'm going, I am cold. But that's a lot. That's a lot there. How you doing, Scottish? Did you have a good Christmas? Good to see you, Em. And can you up the brightness? Yes, we can. It's always a bit of a trade-off. It gets some lower quality, but there. Is that any good for you there, Kate? And Rio, what was the star beside the moon tonight? Is that Jupiter, I think? Jupiter's normally very bright there. And Happy New Year to you too, Scottish. Good to see you there. I stayed in bed today. Oh, I couldn't get out of bed. Like, I'm not even going to tell you the time I eventually leveraged myself out because it was so cold and I didn't want to face it. It's embarrassing. Part man, part mattress today, I tell you. Well, it's a little bit darker on your phones there, the screen there. It was good, thanks. How was yours? Nice and reasonably relaxed there. It was it was very, very chilly. Just had December's energy bills in. I'm like, okay, we've got to cut back. With none of this luxurious heat, we'll put on extra jumpers. And then it hits the real low temperatures. I'm like, no, we're going to crank that up full blast. Oh, not sure if it's a wispy cloud or interference, but some of the stars are very blinky. So it could be the atmosphere there, because we know obviously when that light is travelling those far distances there, any of that little hit in our atmosphere, the thickness of our atmosphere can get in the way and kind of. But you're right, they are quite blinky. I wonder what it would be like on a normal night now, because some of them are changing colour as well, and that is a bit of a giveaway for our atmosphere. So where are we? Good, but it was cold. Yeah, it's getting cold now for us here. There. Okay, what flying things have only red blinking lights? What can you spot? I don't know, because they're meant to have the navigation lights, meant to have white lights as well. So it shouldn't be anything that's just a red light. That's very interesting. Is it moving? Or have you spotted something yours there? And Leif as well, thank you for the likes. Guys, those likes and the shares there, you guys tapping away, does help us reach more and more like-minded people. Get more eyes and minds we can get on the phenomena, the better there, the more we can all piece this puzzle together. So do make sure you're following, because we do something like this every night. If it's a clear night, we're doing the live UFO Skywatch like tonight. Or if it's cloudy, we do the alien radio signal hunt there for our large radio antenna. Normally, though, the Skywatch looks like this. You see many more stars there, but it is that moon being up so bright. It's affecting us a bit, but it's still clear enough for us to see the strange goings on in our atmosphere. So do keep an eye out there. Get yourself an hoodie. They are real. So, well, I've been threatened with one occasionally. I haven't gone down the road yet. Maybe if they did an Allen one. Could they do custom ones? How you doing, Mose Ahead? Good to see you there. It's the supermoon. It is super bright tonight. And moving slower than a high altitude plane, but it was definitely lower. Was that so that you had spotted outside, or is it on the stream? I'd like to hear that one. And Jupiter is to the south of the moon, and the Pollux star is to the left. So maybe that's the one that I'm seeing for that one. And now I have to go look at the moon and Jupiter. Oh, it's a hard life, Lisa. There is flashes in C3 on the tubes there. Hold on, which one is that? Which way round? Should bring that one up. C3. Okay. I can see some twinkling on the big screen. I can't see flashes, but I'll keep an eye out for that one, because remember, stationary flashing, guys, is anomalous. If we see a flash from the same part of the sky there over a period of time, it is very, very strange. Everything up there should be moving, should be in motion. So yeah, if it's staying still long enough to flash back to us, then that is very, very odd. And they do lots of different kinds there. They're Marvel, Disney, all sorts there. Leanne got one and lived in it for about 12 months. I haven't seen it in a while. Maybe we lost it in the move. But maybe. You might see me streaming one day, especially from the hill. I want a soft, fluffy one. Yeah. Neil, how are you doing there? The quadrant meteor shower, can you find it? So we've already had one shooting star come across the screen. It was stunning. So if we hang around, we should see a few more. So we're battling the moon a little bit tonight, but we've already seen some action in this part of the sky. So if we hang around, it should come up. We should start seeing some of the action there. Yeah, so sadly that moon, the brightness of the moon is killing our visibility a little bit, but it's still enough to see the things. So no worries, Neil. Nature puts on a fantastic show for us there, but yeah, honestly, the amount of things that we see in the night sky is very, very interesting there. We normally see something strange at least once per Skywatch, and we've only just started, so the night is still young. I'm sure we're going to get Plenty more strange things in there. And G-Thunk, welcome aboard. Where are you joining us from tonight? And if you're not already joining us, guys, remember, do click that follow or whatever it is on your platform, because so we do something every night there. And do say hello if you're new as well. Let us know who you're watching from tonight there. Oh, I say Hub saw it. I was there too. I also saw the red blinky drifter, so slow moving, a red flashing light in the sky. Very interesting. Maybe does red light travel more than the white light? So maybe if it was that far away, I don't know. I can't think of a time I've just seen a red flashing light up there. It's very interesting there. Glenn, how you doing there? What time is the meteor shower? So we've already started to see some meteors tonight. So keep hanging around. We got a beautiful one. It was perfectly framed, like just like across the whole screen. Rio was in, saw it, and it was, yeah, like that big across the whole. Absolutely stunning there. So we're pointing in the right direction for some action. So let's keep our eyes out, and we'll be spotting some of that as the night goes on there as well. Thank you for the likes there, Neil. Appreciate that. Said all those likes and those shares, guys. They help us reach more and more like-minded people there like yourselves. The more eyes and minds on the phenomena, so we can all piece this puzzle together. If you are just joining us, we are doing a live UFO UAP Skywatch tonight. These are the skies live from Wiltshire in the UK, right in the heart of Crop Circle country and just down the road from Stonehenge. So these are the ones to be looking for the phenomena. But also, it is a meteor shower tonight. We've seen a couple already, some stunning ones come in there, some shooting stars. So keep an eye out for those, because they just look amazing there. We had two planes going over at the time to compare it to, and it was visibly very different. Okay, well that's good. So yeah, you've got that confirmation there. When we were last, was it the last time? No, it's the first time I think we were up the hill. There is an airport quite far off in the distance. I think it's Southampton there, and we could see some movement. You could see what looked like the planes doing their circling to land there, and in amongst them there was just this big bright light just above the horizon. And like, is it a plane? It's in that area. It's where the others are, but it seems to be bigger and brighter, and it just wasn't moving. And then when I played the video back, it wasn't moving. Then it went off, and I go, what the hell was that? When you've got those other more prosaic objects there, the known objects there for reference can help kind of there. And all the drones I've seen have been flashing a constant red. Oh. I mean, as drones as well, if it's further away, you're going to struggle because drones are smaller as well. Carl's in. Good to see you, Carl. How are you doing there? Nice. And do you know if comets with a white tail are rare? Because me and my cousin saw it on the New Year. You know, that is a good question there. You know what? We see the most common that we see coming into the sun. I mean, you mean burning up coming into the orbit there, or do you mean like a comet actually like just sitting in the night sky? Because I know we had. Was 3i was visible, wasn't it, around that sort of time? But I don't know if you see the tail with the naked eye. But what we see with these shooting stars, when the meteorites, when they're entering, they tend to be, for us, they tend to be green. That's the most common colour that we get, I think, on here. How's Alan's doing? All right. He's doing all right. There. Lee as well. Thank you for the likes. Appreciate that. And the quadrant meteor shower can be seen best close to the handle of the famous Big Dipper. You know what? We're not far off from that, actually. So if we turn it around a little bit more, I don't know how much room on your hat to spin the camera. So we're not far off it from there. There you can see a bit of a tree as well. What a treat. A treat. There we are. I'm good, Carl, as well. Glad to hear you are. How's the other half doing as well? Deborah, welcome aboard. Where are you joining us from tonight there? Thank you for the follow. Rachel's in. How are we doing, Rachel? Did you have a good New Year there? And what direction is best to spot the meteors in tonight? So I think it's going to be, judging by that, northwest, west-northwest, something like that. If that's where I think the Big Dipper, the handle is of the Big Dipper. I could be totally off on that one, though. But we are now pointing, yeah, west-northwest anyway. That sort of way. So that's where we should see it tonight. But yeah, lots of stars now coming out. That's good. We can see a few more stars this away. Some lovely purple ones, some orange ones, some white ones there. A little bit more action in the night sky there. Oh, me and Mum watched the London fireworks. Never disappoints. Awesome. I went to that once for the millennium. So I was 11 or 12, something like that. maybe 11. There, yeah. So it's the London for the Millennium there for the New Year's Eve fireworks there, and they had a big song and dance about doing all the fireworks. It was going to light up the Thames, the biggest thing ever. The tubes were running all night and they were free. Everything like this big event. Everybody got there. We got there. No fireworks, no tube, no nothing. It was the biggest washout ever for the Millennium. Can you believe? So every year it comes on the TV, the London fireworks. Always very impressive, and I'm always a little bit resentful. I'm too old to be dealing with London on New Year's Eve these days, but it looks stunning. The quadrants are great as they are the fireball meters. We're in for a treat tonight there. I'll see if, let me just confirm if we can get any closer. Where is the old Big Dipper? You are, no, that's not you. Where are you? Because you're normally around. There you are. Okay, we can go a little bit further around if the camera's got that play. See if we can capture that a little bit more for us there. We don't want to be missing out. And can I... You gonna go? So I've already turned the camera around a little bit and it's not got much lead space left. So I'm worried if we turn it around it's going to start to unplug itself. So we're not too far from the tail of the Big Dipper now. I think it's just to the top right. Oh yeah, oh god, we're well over the house now. So yeah. How the hell has this camera not unplugged itself? That's quite impressive. Didn't realise it had that range on it. It was brilliant as always. It's always such a show, isn't it? And sure, I'm there, but almost horizontal. Did you catch the shooting star earlier, Harko? Because you needed that stamp. So if you caught it, I can stamp it. And Loris, I used to envy those who went to Times Square on New Year's Eve until I learnt they can't go to the toilet. Can they not? I suppose, yeah, if you're all packed in. I am not. It's a young person's game, that is. Not for me. It looks cool. Wish I could there. I was keeping an eye out for a UFO. Can you imagine, Rachel? I was up there when all the fireworks were going off. I was up on our local hill where we do our live ones from, looking out across the horizon, across Wiltshire and the town, waiting for the fireworks to go. And what if the aliens are flying around going, you know what? Let's go do a bit of probing today. Should we just pop down to Earth? And they come down and then we're just launching all these fireworks at them. What would they think? Big Dipper is in the north. Oh, it's gone fully round. That does make sense. We're now basically north, and they can't leave their spot, and apparently they have to wear adult nappies. Oh no, definitely not for me, not worth it there. There's UFO activity during the events. Imagine that exactly there. Orion's around the other way, I think, at the minute. Glad to hear it, Carl. And Tarko as well, thank you for the heart. Appreciate that. All goes back into stream. Over on the tubes, where are we doing? Evening, Dave is in. Good to see you there. G-Wack. And Crook as well there. Will this be a VOD later? First time finding the channel. I saw something weird and wanted to timestamp it. Oh, Crook, yeah, it should just go immediately up as a VOD. Straight away later there. So yeah, you should be able to timestamp. If you see that, do a comment with the timestamp so we can see that one. Appreciate that. And welcome aboard. Where in the world are you joining us from there tonight? So I'm running free chat, so people get neglected until I check them in. Astra's in. How are you doing from the cloudy Netherlands there? It's been clouds for weeks here. It's been so frustrating, but now we're getting a few good days to do our sky watching. Now, sadly, the moon is up full, so that is so bright it is killing a little bit of our night vision. So normally we can see loads of stars just like that. That's what it normally looks like, and some things flying around in the atmosphere up there. But the moon, the beautiful moon, is to blame tonight. But we are looking out for the meteor shower. Look how red these ones are. Insane. It's just the atmospheric fluctuations there causing that change, I think. But on those dark nights there, we can see the more stars. Like the colour range in stars is insane. Absolutely insane there. Stunning. Awesome. I appreciate that one, Crook, as well. Where are we? Scroll through there. But it was weirdly quiet, I think. Majority of us would cry ourselves if they all showed up. Oh, I think I would. And I got night vision goggles today, and they're great. Oh, Owen, jealous. Do they record at all? Or are they just like a live one? You're gonna have to let us know what you spot there, because we still don't look in the infrared, sadly, and there is such a connection, isn't there, between the infrared and observations of the phenomena there. Tommy, hello, how are you doing? Alan is all good. Happy New Year to you, Tommy. Was you a good boy for Christmas? Did Santa come? There. Got some new goggles too. Perfect. But Owen, no excuse to not record then the good stuff that you catch. If you post it, tag us in it so we can see it there. Do appreciate that. But yeah, we're still on the list of doing the old infrared modification to the stream here. So we're currently seeing in the visible light spectrum. That is what we can see with the human eye. Now we can see a lot more of it. This lens lets in more light than our eyes does there. But at the lower end, you've got infrared, and the higher end, you've got ultraviolet there. And we really are aiming to kind of equip the camera with that so we can see more activity. Lots of reports of stuff going on in the infrared there. But guys, do make sure you're following. So we do this basically every night. If it's a clear sky, we're doing this, the live UFO UAP Skywatch. That's what it looks like without the moon. Our night vision. When the moon is up and I can be bothered, we're doing a moon watch there. Still the craters and all the details. Talk about how weird some of the sightings have been around the moon. And if it's cloudy, we're doing an alien radio signal hunt there. With our large radio antennae. Back to the chat. I think I was on the naughty list, according to my wife there. Is that the alright sort of naughty list, though? Rio, was you a good boy for Santa? I thought I was. Yeah, no, I was fine. Yeah, we was hoping to do the infrared mod, but that didn't materialise. But no, I had a lovely Christmas. So I cannot complain. And mine can record and take pictures. I have two. I like using the other one as I can see stars better. Love it there. Tag us in any of those shots that you get from that. Oh, was that another one? Just at the corner of my eye there. Was that a little faint shooting star? Just up there? There. And a happy new year to you too there. Astra as well, appreciate the likes, guys. Those likes and the shares, they help us reach more and more like-minded people. You guys tapping away. I said the more open-minded, intelligent people we can get to come in here, share their experiences and see the evidence as we get it all in together there, the more we can all piece this puzzle together there. And the moon is blinding tonight. It feels like it's been a week of solid blinding moon. I like the moon. The moon's good to look at, but for a couple of nights it's taking the biscuit now a bit. Just read the best time to see the quantity is 6 a.m. I ain't staying up for that, but we've seen two. We've seen two, so that ain't too bad. They're still coming there. Perfect. You saw that one, Rio 2, eagle-eyed, and also just see the pupil stars. I caught that one out the corner of my eyes there. Carl 2 there. I need to upload some on here, but since I'm making a new account, they'll be on there. Oh, perfect. Well, when that's up, Rachel, don't forget to tag us. I want to see those. Where are we? Had the hydrogen line sound on YouTube while going to sleep. Was out like a light there. Well, I'm sure. Yeah, that's what we've got. You can replay our Skywatches, our radio signal hunts. So you send you off to sleep there, the sleep watch. I need to make a sleep playlist. I keep forgetting to do that one with streams where I'm talking slightly less for people there. Second time here and still not subbed. How rude. Sub now. Thank you, Dave. I do appreciate that. I'm a nightmare. Like when I'm watching stuff. So like I said, we're on TikTok is the one with the busier the chats where we started. But I don't use TikTok as a viewer because I just get hooked so much, so I can't. It's just not safe for me to do it. So I have no idea how it works from that end. People ask about the gifts and things, and I'm like, I don't know. I've never done it. I can't figure it out. I won't even accept my card. And I'm the same with YouTube. Like I made a point of never, even to the channels I liked, I never subscribed. I was always very stingy with my sub there until they changed it recently, and the algorithm was just so rubbish you wasn't seeing anything, so I had to then go through and subscribe. I'm hypocritical there. The moonlight is too strong for me when it's full, but it's beautiful. So charge my crystals. 100% is. It's beautiful, but it is too bright to get on with anything else there. And only in England will you ever hear the moon is taking the biscuit. Yeah, it is. It's been too many days. Normally it's a couple of nights, 3 nights, 4 nights at most there, but I feel like we've done a week where that lovely moon has been in the way there. Excuse me, there, and thank you, A, up there for the portal. And good evening, Leona. How are you doing? Where are you joining us from tonight there? Appreciate the likes as well. And Laura Less, yeah, I doom scroll for hours, for 4 hours this morning. So on it, I'm sitting there on it, and I'm like, I'm not enjoying myself. Oh, I need to come off now, and I can't. I'm just, yeah, no self-control. So it's never a good recipe for me. Too cold out there, and I can't feel my nose. I putting that camera away. It's always a bit of a challenge there. But if you're just joining us, everybody, we are doing a live UFO UAP Skywatch, but it's combined with a meteor shower tonight, so we're sure to see some wonderful shooting stars. There was a space worm going across the screen. So yeah, the moon, the lovely full moon, is bright, but it's taking away a little bit of that night vision, so we can't see as many stunning stars tonight. But we can see enough, and we can see what's going on within our atmosphere and within sort of the Earth's within the Earth's atmosphere there in low Earth orbit, which is the bit of interest. That is where we are looking for the anomalous, but also those meteors coming in. We've seen a few of those tonight already. So yeah, do make sure you're following, because we do something like this every night, and hopefully you'll get a notification when we go live as well. And on the TikTok, can folk see the grid on the phone? I can see it. Yeah, so it's on the YT, but I still haven't figured out how to fix it on TikTok. So we normally have, guys, TikTokers, like a grid with letters and numbers there, so we can go, oh, A6 or B2 or whatever it might be, so we can then zoom in on those squares. But for the life of me, I'll try and bring it back on now. It like works for a second. No, it's not even working for a second now. Yeah, TikTok's being funny with that asset. Didn't even get any decent pictures. Oh, it's cruel as well there. Eva, thank you for the likes. Appreciate all of those guys. And Emskit as well. There. And Tommy, is that the mouse cursor, or has the invasion started? Sadly, it's the mouse cursor. I still want to change it to a little UFO there, because everybody gets caught with that. And imagine having Reynards like myself, and not nice, or not in this weather, no. As Alex as well, what's the app and the website called? Which app is that? This is a live sky view. So this is a camera out in my garden tonight. So yeah, this is coming to you live from Wiltshire in the UK, which is right in the heart of Crop Circle country, and just down the road from Stonehenge. So there's a long history of weird and wonderful things in the night sky here. So do keep an eye out there. April 1st shenanigans. It's not long away there. And Nora, thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from tonight there? And BAE, thank you for the shares. Again, appreciate all those shares, the likes, you guys tapping away, helping us reach more and more like-minded people there like yourselves. And the cursor being a UFO would be so cool. So I wanted to do it, but the downside would be then I have a little UFO cursor on my work laptop the whole time and have to A, explain it, and B, get used to it there. Alex, oh damn, it's really cool. We do an alien radio signal hunt as well. Which again, it's all our stuff, but what we are trying to do with that one, there's a little screenshot for you there. No, that's not it. There we go, that's the one. But we are trying to make it available so you can just log into it any time and just check for the alien radio signals. Can't do it with the camera, sadly, because I don't like being left on the whole time. But I am trying to figure out how we can get an all-sky camera and then kind of give you guys a web address to keep that monitoring up all of the damn time, I think. There, see it as well. Thank you for the follow. Do let us know, guys, if you're new here. Say hello, and also let us know where you're watching from. Love to hear from you all. It takes me a minute to get through the comments, but we will get there. And the temperature is meant to hit, -5. I'm not looking for. I appreciate that. And Alex as well. Welcome to the club. Thank you for the follow there. How you doing? See ya. Good to see ya. How do we all, new guys and everybody, how do we all feel about the UFO, the UAP alien phenomena there? We are totally happy to have skeptical people in here as well. It's always good to have a mix to check our thinking there. Do we think we are all alone in this vast, vast universe? Or is life abundant? It's absolutely everywhere. Or is it somewhere in the middle? Maybe there is life out there, but these distances are too vast for it to be visiting us here. I'd love to hear what your takes are on this as well there. And wasn't there some news about Stonehenge recently? I'm sure I read something. Possibly. You'll know the answer to this. I heard, what was the thing I did here recently? There was something about a pit being dug on the outside, and it's like a really deep, like a ridiculously deep pit, but it also predates Stonehenge by thousands of years, and it's important for some reason there. I'll be back in a minute, Act. Well, hang around, we'll see you in a bit Then Lizzie as well, thank you for the likes, good, appreciate those. I said all of those likes, guys, and shares, they do help us reach more and more like-minded people there, and the more eyes and minds we can get looking at the phenomena, the more we can all piece this puzzle together. There, Private Tomcat is in, how you doing that? And see for a few seconds ago, oh damn Dave, sorry, I missed that one. I'll keep an eye out and see if we can catch something again, but good spotting there. And anyone new joining tonight, head on over to the Discord. Good point, A up there. So we have a little Discord community, link at the top of our TikTok bio for that. Got lots of all the latest news for the UFO stuff there. Freelite Atlas has got its own section, and we also have your personal experiences, which you guys can add to, or you can just read through the awesome ones that have been submitted also there with images and videos too. So you're welcome to join us there for that. We do an Alien themed movie club as well once a month. So we're just voting on this month's film. It'll be towards the end of this month. Yeah, we're going to watch it. I'm not sure what's the contender at the minute. I have to check who's winning that one. Lizzie as well.
Nom nom nom.
Thank you for feeding Alan. It's a bit cruel that he eats the alien pets, but who am I to judge alien culture there? Rio, my boyfriend Stephen has just started following. Well, hello Stephen. And you have to thank him from us. He's wondering where you spend your evenings. So who is this strange guy that I can always hear on your phone? Don't worry, he's just a weirdo. He never leaves his green room. I keep hearing about this Discord malarkey. Is it like a bulletin board? It's kind of like a cross between a messaging app and an old school forum. It's a bit between the two. So it's quite good for communities, but it's another app to learn there. So essentially, you can message people individually, or there's the old school forums, where it's just sort of in time linear order. You can just add to the conversation. So I think they call them channels or something in there. So we have a channel for your personal experiences where you can just add them in there. We've got one for Free Atlas. We've got one for the general UFO phenomena there. It's a good way of keeping up to date with everything in there. And how we doing? Hello from Verwood. Look at the Basque people's monolithic stones, copies of Stonehenge. Oh, interesting. I don't think I've really heard of those as well. Are they the same? And Stonehenge gets a lot of press, doesn't it? There, it's the famous one. Everybody knows, and it is impressive there. But it's by no means the only megalithic stone structure. In fact, there are some more impressive ones around the world there. So, what are the Basque ones like as well? Are they that similar shape and formation? I'd like to hear about that. So yeah, if you are just joining us, we are doing a live UFO UAP Skywatch, and these are the skies live over Wiltshire here in the UK, so right in the heart of Crop Circle country, just down the road from Stonehenge. So these are the skies to be watching for the strange and anomalous, but also we're in the middle of a meteor shower, so we have already seen a few shooting stars come in, and they're absolutely stunning, so I'm sure there will be many more to come, so keep an eye out for those. Alex is back. How are we doing, Alex? So you've not missed anything, you're alright. So yeah, we're looking out for more shooting stars and things like that. We're all good, Busy, but good. Yeah, not looking forward to getting a camera in tonight. It's always the worst part of the stream, there's the come down, and then I have to go pack the camera away. And I'm lazy anyway, so I don't want to be packing things away. But when it's this cold, and you've got to pick it up and it's frozen, you've got to walk. Not for me, that one. Janie as well. Alex, thank you for the hearts, guys. And Jolly, thank you for feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom, thanks, guys.
There as well. And Tommy, what's your thoughts on the city under the pyramids and them being giant Tesla coils? So I'm really torn on that one. I wouldn't write it off fully. I definitely wouldn't write it off fully. But it's quite a big jump. Because we're talking just the sheer size of these structures and the depths there. It's next level, right? So normally I need to be warmed up to get to something like that. I need to be taken down the path and shown the precursors to kind of build me up to something that big. So initially I'm like, but I mean the technology is interesting. I think a lot of the criticisms of the technology are crap. Lots of people are not actually understanding what those guys are saying and trying to explain. They're referring to other examples of the technology, but not quite it. They're straw manning it basically. So I think it definitely has the possibility. For me, I couldn't get a straight answer when I've heard the caps and interviews about how they interpret the data, because I think the data is there. You know, they are receiving that data, but their proprietary software is the one that is responsible for interpreting it, and then that's what they're drawing those images from. And obviously, because it's proprietary, they're not giving away the details. So I think I'm waiting to see if they can do some blind studies, which they've said they're open to doing. And that, for me, if that comes through, I'm 100% in. So yeah, if somebody can give them some random coordinates that they don't know what's under there, they scan it and then they match it up with what is under there, you know, like a blind test. If they come back positive with that, then 100% I am on board with that. So I'm definitely open to it. And I don't like some of the criticism, but I'm not by default, like, because it's quite a jump. It is quite a jump for me. How do you guys feel on that one too? Are we doing? Oh my God, so many of you guys. So Jolly, wait a minute, are we A up as well there?
Thanks,
Janie,
guys.
Phrase as well coming in with the gifts. God, this is so many. Thank you guys there. Oh, and Janie again.
Thank you for the alien.
Thank you for
pets,
feeding
guys.
Alan there. Phrase as well, and Emskilu as well there.
Thanks,
and
guys.
Phrase again.
Thank you for the alien pets, guys.
Catching up. Oh no, A up as well. Thank you for the gifts, and Carl as well. There goes.
Thanks, guys.
God, that was so many. Catching up there, but thank you for the gifts, guys. It all goes back into the stream there. We reinvest it, so hopefully we'll have a higher chance of detecting more and more together there. And Stonehenge, huge Neolithic pits, have been confirmed and is now the largest prehistoric structure. Really? So that is claimed it because it's all those other peripheral things there, the pits. So very, very interesting there. Laura Lass?
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for feeding Alan. How you doing, Janie? Good to see you in. Jolly as well, coming in with the likes. Appreciate those likes and those shares, guys. It's helping us reach more and more like-minded people there. Carl as well, coming in strong with the likes. Phrase 2. How you doing tonight? How's your weekend going there? Jordan, you need to look into a red mercury and other tech, old world tech. So red mercury is one of the things that I looked at years ago. Like, I heard it, and it wasn't during the Cold War. It was kind of a big, like, secret. Does it exist? Does it not? And it's a brilliant, like, I don't want to say story because that makes it sound like I don't believe in it. But you know, it's one of these not mysteries. You know, question things, areas of interest there. But yeah, red mercury, if it's real, very, very, very interesting. I can't by no means an expert. It's been a while since I looked at it, but I remember being like absolutely fascinated when I did have a look at it. So maybe I think, Jordan, it's time to have a look again, nudging me in the right direction there. And then Egypt don't want any excavation, which is sus. Everything about Egypt is goddamn sus. I can definitely agree with you there. I definitely think of Egypt, we have got their story so very, very wrong. Doesn't necessarily need to be aliens there, but there's got to be something going on. And one of the most interesting theories that kind of came out of left field for me, and I hadn't heard before, and I want to put it out there because the person behind this does not get enough attention. So if you're familiar with Dr. Robert Schoch there, he's one of the guys, him and I think John Anthony West, they're the ones that originally were talking about the weather erosion on the Sphinx, saying it looks like actually due to this erosion, it's about 12,000 years or more with it there. Well, it's Robert Schoch's wife, who's in her own right a very respected, I think, scientist there. Her theory was that actually all of the ancient monuments were pre-dynastic Egyptian, so an ancient culture there, but they were packed in mud brick to protect them. And then if you looked the early days when they were uncovering a lot of these sites, there were just these mud bricks absolutely everywhere. And there's still a lot on some sites around, and it's like, well, why did they have these massive awesome stone structures there and then just build other crap in mud? And it could never quite fitted. Was it later generations building their own houses in and around it and all this sort of stuff there? But her theory was that actually no, these were encased for protection in this mud brick there, which would actually, what would you do if there was a cataclysmic weather event that was about to happen? You'd want to protect and pack these things, and she reckons that it was the dynastic Egyptians there that would actually uncover, the pharaohs would uncover these monuments and then kind of claim them as their own. I thought that was a fantastic theory. I'd not heard anywhere else there. Together, Rachel, we need that on a t-shirt. And Alan is going to get a sore throat. He will do. Brad as well. Hello again. What have we got tonight? Also the full moon tonight with the meteor shower. It's beautiful. It is stunning, isn't it, Brad? Hello again. Yeah, so we're doing a live Skywatch tonight. Normally, if the moon's up full, we do a live moon watch there, but we've done 2 or 3 of those in a row because the moon's up and bright, and it is nice. But I'm human. I need the variation. So we're just doing a Skywatch, which does mean, sadly, that Edward as well, thank you for the heart up there. Appreciate that, guys. All the gifts, subs, the patrons do go back into the stream, and we'll be announcing our next Patreon, a deep dive, tomorrow. Laurel as well.
Nom nom nom.
Thank you for thinking,
Thanks,
Alan.
guys.
Yeah, so we'll be next our next Patreon deep dive. We'll announce that tomorrow for the week or so ahead. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. So the moon is stunning, but we're doing this tonight. But it does mean that it's not as many stars in shot as we normally would there, because that bright moon. See, like for like, you can see so much more when that moon's bright and this isn't full there, and affecting our night vision there. And Andrew, the boxer, welcome aboard. Where are you joining us from tonight in the world, Andrew? Appreciate the follow there, Edward as well. Thank you for the likes as well. I think we're up to date here. Let's go back to the tubes. How are we doing there? They presume it's where the rhesus negative gene originated from. Oh, now, Lowell, that's very interesting, because it's been one of those things that every time I hear out the RH negative, whatever it is, okay, that's interesting. Need to look more into that, and I never get around to it. But yeah, that's the blood type, isn't it? That I think there may be a connection to a bit of alien DNA, alien manipulation, maybe hybridization, something in that area. So maybe from that area. That is very interesting. So I appreciate that update there. And Skywatchers, how are we doing there? Greeting from the Hudson River Valley. Love it in New York there. One of the most active UAP regions out there. Glad to be here. I'm glad you are here as well. So thank you for joining us. I bet you've had some fantastic sightings yourself there. If you want to regale us with stories, we would love to hear about them. And that goes for anybody actually in any of the chats, guys. If you do want to tell us about your experiences, we'd love to hear about them, as we're waiting for the action to happen on screen. So we're looking out tonight for UFOs and UAP, anything strange in the night sky, but also it's a meteor shower, so those beautiful shooting stars as well are going to be coming through thick and fast. Sorry, we've already seen a couple there. But yeah, so we're based in Wiltshire in the UK, which is right in the heart of Crop Circle country, and as we say, just down the road from Stonehenge. So a long history with the weird and wonderful in these parts here. In fact, the town that we're in is called Warminster, and back in the 60s and 70s it had a massive UFO flap here, and it lasted 10 solid years of sightings, landings, abductions, missing time, weird noises. I mean, it had everything to it there. You know, people would move internationally to be here and live with the phenomena. So it's a bit of a weird place, this, and that's why we're kind of doing the Skywatch, to see if the phenomena is still going on there. And it would be interesting to ask a remote viewer like Joe McMonagle to see if they could detect anything under the Giza Plateau. That is a good point, actually. I've got a few things that I would like remote viewers to look at. I mean, the Mars stuff that they've spoken about is absolutely awesome to think about, isn't it? I want more details on that. I'm fed up with the moon already. Rachel, 100%. I love it, but I need the novelty's gone now. I need to wait another month, and then we can do it there. Indy as well, thank you for the likes again, appreciate those. And AJ, the UFO DNA, the RH, is it on the Reese's negative or the RH? Am I pronouncing it there? RH is just, oh, one day I'll learn how to pronounce that. Is there a correlation? Oh, sorry, constellation in shot. I have zero knowledge of constellations, so it's hard to tell, because with this camera, it lets in more than you can see with the naked eye, so therefore it's hard to necessarily get the dots, unless it's like Orion, when you can really see some of the outlines. The person to answer that is Rachel. Rachel, have we got any constellations in shot? I think we're pointing northeast at the minute. No, northwest, sorry. So north, but closer to north, I think. And my friend thought I could be a hybrid, but probably because I have a lot wrong with me. Well, there does seem to be a correlation with certain skills and that blood type, you know, certain intuitions there. And it might explain maybe your connection there. Maybe it's what there is of interest. I think it's going to be interesting, isn't it, seeing how the new Steven Spielberg film tackles this subject, because I think that's what it's about. And we've known for a long time that, or we've suspected for a long time, that they've used Hollywood to seed ideas to give society a little bit of an understanding, a foundation of the UFO phenomena without outright disclosure, something they can always deny. But if catastrophic disclosure was to suddenly happen, at least people would have some understanding based on sort of the movies, the films, and the things like that. think Spielberg's one of the main candidates if you look at his back catalogue of films for that. So what is it? What is it about this new film? Is it called Disclosure or Disclosure Day? Something like that. It's out in June of this year now, coming up there. So what is it that they want us to know? And, well, the thing that we've seen from that early trailer, it does look like, doesn't it, that it's going to be about the hybridization, the them amongst us there. So maybe there is some truth that's going to be coming out in that there. And have you ever heard of the UFO story landing at a school and the children gave perfect descriptions? Yeah, so there was two, and I'm going to get these totally wrong there. You had one in Zimbabwe, and was that the aerial school? And then there was one in Australia, and they were both very, very similar stories. Kids out, in the playground at lunch, and they see a UFO land in the field next door, and I think at least one of them, the Zimbabwe one, they saw beings outside of the craft and had telepathic contact. But I think that also happened in the second one. These were 20-30 years apart. But again, the kids, when questioned separately, it's the same thing happened. There were slight variations, but nothing out of sort of human variation, because we'll all observe the same thing and we'll all describe it differently, because different things mean different things to different people, don't they? Like I might focus on the beautiful colours because that's something that I like, whereas Jordan here might go, oh well, I like all the sounds of it, so I might focus on that. So there'll be those variations in between stories. But with the kids, yeah, it was very, very cohesive there. So it was very interesting. And people say, where is all the evidence? If the UFOs are happening, if the aliens are here, where is all the evidence? Well, we've been having it for years. This is all evidence. Now, evidence doesn't have to be conclusive, knock it out of the park, 100% solved there, but it points towards an argument, and there is a hell of a lot of it. And somebody said, and I think they're right in this, that if this was a murder trial, then there would have been by far enough evidence to convict there as well. So that is something for your thoughts there as well. And if you want to see a bit more of the sky, guys, at the Thing UFO on both of those platforms there, you said you can see it the right way up, horizontal there, and you can see a little bit more of what's going on. So in fact, if you want to do us a favour, go and give us a subscribe there. We're trying to get our numbers up on those as well, so we're going to be taken seriously. The school playground story is amazing. It's one of the really, really good ones. And recently one of the kids, and again, this was at least, I think the Zimbabwe one was at least 20-30 years ago now, maybe older. But yeah, the kids have maintained the story, and one of them, the kids, has come on recently and started talking about it again reinforcing it. Both stories are very fascinating. Definitely agree with you there, Rachel. And did you know Foo Fighters, the band, got their name from the mystery objects during the war? I didn't know this again until probably embarrassingly recently. But yeah, so the Foo Fighters, you think that's just a weird rhymey name, isn't it? But no, Foo Fighters were an observation that fighter pilots apparently, both sides, Allied Axis, both experiences, and in both theatres there, so the European theatre of war and sort of the Asian theatre of war as well there, that was they both experienced these things, which was the pilots would be flying around and there would be these big illuminated balls, these orbs flying, following, closely matching the planes. They never interacted as far as we know, or attacked or anything like that, but they were definitely stalked by these things. They called them Foo Fighters at the time. Now there was a theory that I quite liked, I don't know how true it is, but to explain it at the time, so the Germans apparently were trialling a different type of radar, because we had radar on the Allied side then, it's one of our super weapons, but Germany wasn't too far behind, but they were going down a slightly different track with it. So we kind of, going to get this very wrong here, but we did something like a pulsed radar, so we just kind of send out these pings. You know how radar works, sends a radio wave out there to the object. If Alan's here, I send a radio wave out there and it pings off Alan and comes back, and how long it took for that ping to come back tells me how far away Alan is. Very rudimentary radar, but we, the Allies, were sending out pulsed waves, ping, 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 not a continuous one, but the Germans apparently were trying a continuous radar beam, basically, just constantly locking on and reflecting back to it. Very energy intensive, is why we didn't do it, but apparently the byproduct of that is that could ionize the atmosphere up there and potentially cause that glowing. And I thought that was an interesting angle on it there as well, and I think that could be part of an explanation if we're talking about things like HARP, which is essentially, that is what HARP is doing. It's ionizing the atmosphere. They're sending those beams up and and reflecting it off of the ionosphere down there. So maybe that would explain some of those speeds that we're seeing with the orbs, because it's like if you're shining a torch you know, into a mirror there, you can move it so goddamn fast because you're just working off the reflections. You know, if you're just shining up like that, you know, it's not the object itself moving, it's just the beam of light that's being reflected across those areas. So maybe they're doing that with radio down, and we're seeing that ionized atmosphere there as a result from that. It's the same with Bigfoot too. There is evidence. So Bigfoot is interesting for me. I have not gone too far down the road. So for me, it's still in those classic days, like the Bermuda Triangle. There, it's like big airy thing out in the woods, and I like that's interesting. I'm open to that one. Every now and again I hear about the interdimensional aspect of Bigfoot, or I hear about UK Bigfoot, and I do not know enough about that. For me, that's still a bit out there, but I haven't looked, so I suspect I'll be fully on board soon for that one as well. And near Ursa Major reading, yes, we should be. It should be just off to the right. Oh, I don't know, it's your orientation. Ursa Major should be down here, if I've got my line right. I can't turn it around anymore because the camera will unplug itself there. And Rio, I get withdrawal symptoms when I'm not on here. Rio, 100%. Like I'm the same. I go, I'm going to have a night off tonight. I'm going to get on with something else. I'll spend some time with Leanne or something like that. And I go, yeah, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it tonight. And the clock gets closer and closer and closer. I'm like, I've got to do it tonight. It's the withdrawal. Because it'll be the one night that we look and we don't get, then it's fantastic evidence there. Hello from Wales there, Mojo. Welcome aboard. Good to see you in. How is Wales tonight? Have you got clear skies as well? You're not too far from us there. Everybody, if you aren't just joining us, we are doing a live UFO UAP Skywatch here. We're coming to you live from Wiltshire in the UK, which is right in the heart of Crop Circle country and just down the road from Stonehenge. So a very ancient and mythical landscape here. These are the skies to be watching for the phenomena. We tend to see something strange every night, but we're also in the middle of a meteor shower, so we keep getting those stunning shooting stars shoot across the screen there, so keep an eye out and look for those. But do give us a follow, because I say we do something like this every night. So if it's a clear sky, we do the live Skywatch, and this is what it normally looks like. Just look how many more stars are normally in shot there, but that is because the moon is up pretty bright at the minute, killing our night vision there. But when the moon's up and I can be bothered, we're doing a moon watch there. We see all the craters, all the details, talk about how weird the moon is, and when it's cloudy we do an alien or radio signal hunt there. So yeah, do make sure you're following so you can get those notifications hopefully when we go live. Hello. Nose spray. My blocked nose. Put in my shopping order there. So yeah, where are we doing there? Dordor, how are you doing? And Maya, hello, how are you doing today as well? Happy New Year if we haven't said it to everyone.
Nom nom nom, thanks,
Thank you
guys.
for feeding Alan. Let me check up where I am in the chat here. Sat there, Leo, one leg shaking just an hour, I suppose. That literally what I said to her tonight, because we were watching something on the telly, I think, with the new Fallout series, and I said, oh, I've got to go on stream now. She gave me the puppy dog eyes. Oh, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, well, I've got to go. Like, maybe an hour, and well, we're already at an hour and 2 minutes, so we'll see how that goes. Rachel, we sadly don't have a Bigfoot in Scotland and the UK alone. That's where I leaned. Without looking into it, my default is like, I can't imagine that we could have one. But, you know, I don't know there. Gliders is in the house. How are you doing? Happy New Year to you too. And Maya, love to see you there. Alan, it's walkies time. Have you been fed enough, Alan? Can you go through your walk before bed there? And Tom as well. Appreciate the likes there. Guys, those likes and those shares, they do help us reach more and more like-minded people there, getting more eyes and minds on the phenomena, so we can all piece this puzzle together there. 54, following UFO stories since I was 10 and never seen a damn thing. They don't fancy me. Tommy, I was in your shoes, not quite that long, but I mean, I was interested, and literally I'd had no experience here. Even doing the stream here, this was my attempt at actually having some sighting, some experience, and we've seen things, but I haven't seen the obvious physical craft. Definitely the things that I've seen are anomalous, and I'm pretty confident cannot be explained by satellites and shooting stars and things like that, but it's not quite that Eureka ET waving back there. So You know, we've seen some things, but we haven't had that one yet. So this is my attempt to get that confirmation there, like you want as well. I'd had some spooky stuff. Have you had anything spooky, or are you? Is the world, through your experience, just as is there? And if so, because normally people, it's you have an experience, and then you're like driven to find the answers there. But Tommy, you're on the other way. You're curious and already open to it. And just finished a moon circle. Excellent. Is that for like just general New Year positivity, or is it like a protection thing there? And that's why she just come in, because it's been an hour. You know what? I didn't get the hint. So well, but it's a clear night there. Loving the stickers there, and a happy New Year to you too there, Gladys, as well. Dawdle's in. Oh, and thank you for feeding out.
Nom nom nom, thanks guys.
They almost missed those. Was loving the stickers too. Coming in with the hashtags and the likes, guys. And do you think skinwalkers are real? I'm torn. God, that is my favourite phrase. God, I'm so on the fence about everything. In fact, the more I look into all of these things, the more or the less confident I am in any opinions. There's just so much information going around, and the more you look, the more credible the information is as well. I just don't know where to turn. I felt very strongly like this with the whole Free Eye Atlas stuff. You know, you'd have people making really, really good arguments that there was some observations of it doing weird things, which, you know, pointed very strongly to it not being not just a traditional comet, but a comet. And then you'd get people making very good arguments that it was a traditional comet, or at least an interstellar comet. And I don't know. This is beyond my pay grade. And skinwalkers, I definitely think they're a thing in the Native American folklore. Whether they are, you know, the full range, or whether there's a little bit of poetic license around it, you know, there, I don't know. And Ruth, how are we doing there? And you just subscribed there, Mojo, as well. Appreciate that. We're new here and very cloudy in Pembrokeshire. Oh, wow. So, lucky. Well, I said lucky. What am I saying? No, well, we're just down the road from you, so maybe you're going to get those clouds going to pass. You're going to have a nice clear sky like us soon. So we're only down in Wiltshire. So not too far as the crows fly there. But very, very welcome aboard there for everyone. Let me scroll through up here as well there. And we have admirals, fighter pilots, marines confirming it. So I am convinced. That's a very interesting one there. And Troy, thank you for the follow, or welcome aboard. Where are you joining us from tonight? Tommy, that's a very admirable position there. You know, you're actually looking to the evidence out there rather than just going with like an emotional disposition there, or even like a family angle. You know, oh, my parents believed and something like that. No, you're looking out there for your own experience to confirm what it looks like, as people are doing. And you're right, that evidence that is coming out there now is so strong, isn't it? It is so strong. You know, those very, very credible people. I'm not sure how people can still be on the fence. Definitely around the specifics, you know, like, you know, is it ET? Is it a weather phenomena? Are they coming from another planet? Or is it something that's here all the time? You know, there's something strange going on, but we don't know what it could specifically be. You know, like, so I think you can have to have the conversations around it, but yeah, there definitely has got to be something there. And Kate, problem is, when you're going by the evidence, you're looking for what they're seeing, disregarding what you see yourself. I mean, that's a good point. You do have to, you know, consider, you know, you don't take everybody 100%, do you, there? And this is the thing, there's a lot of arguments are presented, but they omit a lot of things as well there. So you can quite easily make a case for anything by disregarding the evidence that there is for something else there. And the full moon is playing havoc with Alan and Junior. If it wasn't already, I told you, Matt, you got to get a cage. You got to get a cage. There are nothing but nightmares. I'm surprised Alan hasn't already started pulling the cables out the back there. And I am that person. I've been reading up on parallel universes that could involve some dreams, plus how quantum computing works. Yeah, I like the quantum computing connection, because that's one of the things that they're saying, isn't it? That it's drawing the compute power from all of the parallel universes. Well, a bit of luck we were the first one to try that then, because there'll be no computing power left. I think there probably are multiple universes. But not necessarily in a multiverse theory, if that makes sense, because there is the multiverse theory, which is that every decision you know, you go one way and then the other version of it goes the other way, and each one of them is a different one. I think that's far too complex. I think we're overbaking it there. But do I think there are other universes? 100% there. I think everything really does point to it there. Now, is it in the lines of string theory, or is it more in the lines of, you know, the whole black hole side of these things, that, you know, a black hole is actually a universe, and within that is a new universe, and, you know, they're just nested within each other each time. That appeals to me. Showing you the light. Don't trust this light, Kate. It's green. It'll play with your night vision. And to me, this whole quantum, this blows my mind, and it's reproducible. Opens my mind to a simulation. 100% there. Like somebody said, like, if you think you understand quantum physics, you don't understand quantum physics. So that goes for the scientists as well. There, they don't really know. It's weird. Even old Einstein, you know, called it spooky. It's weird. It's goddamn weird. So they're still muddling around with their theories, and they can definitely make observations. You know, they are observing certain things happening, but their understanding of why, how it's all connected, what's a theory that runs that system, is still very, very loose and open to question there. But you're right, you know, it does work. It involved the quantum world and the understandings that we have developed interact with everything that we're doing right now with computers and things, not even just quantum computers, but all that other stuff that works as well. So it is part of our world there. And the simulation hypothesis, I think I'm more leaning towards the fact that it's not that we're in a simulation, but actually the universe is more computational, you know, or we've built computer systems and networks, unconsciously reflecting how the universe works, if that makes sense, you know. So we've built it to our understanding, which is a reflection of that, you know. And I think data is probably processed and managed in the universe in the same way that we do it digitally, to a degree. Don't go into the green light. And Sam as well, thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from tonight? And things can be anything until you observe them, and they can entangle by light years. Exactly, all of the rules of you know, sort of Newtonian mechanics there, relativity and stuff, out of the window when it comes to the quantum world. It is insane. For me, though, it feels more like the world of possibility rather than actual. It's like that's your potential, that's where we draw from, and then we make it, you know, that's our resources that we then use to make the real world something in that sort of area there. And you heard the theory, when you die and you see a white light, it's the hospital lights, and you start again. I think I have heard something like that, yeah. I mean, maybe. You don't know. I'm really torn in all of this, because my head says the brain's probably computational, and you know, like yeah, the brain's probably computational, and therefore you turn the machine off, there might not necessarily be anything else. But the heart says the absolute opposite with that, you know. So I have this internal sort of fight with it there, you know. So I part of, like, so it's like I believe there's an afterlife and something like that, but not logically, you know, like that. I feel like there's an afterlife and there's all that stuff going on, but I don't know it. It's hard to articulate that one. There, 30 cursor was a star user a 1.8. Yeah, most people fall for that. Except we've talked and toyed with the idea of making that cursor a UFO. There, so I think they have done it consciously. It could well be. There could well be an actual planned element to all of this. And welcome. Newton did observe it and say it was a spooky stuff at a distance. Yeah. Oh yeah, Einstein. Yeah, spooky stuff at a distance. Yeah, it's observed and it's done. Well, no, they just don't know how it works, do they? And you also can't encode data in it. At the minute, that does seem to be, and this is why we can't use it for communication yet. There does seem to be a bias that, like, as soon as you try to encode a message into that spooky action edition there, the quantum entanglement, then it collapses it and it's no longer entangled, because otherwise that would be a perfect way of instant communication. But on the flip side, quantum tunneling does seem to work. You can create a quantum tunnel and it just goes, you can send a message through the tunnel there, but the tunnel is a little bit ingenuous because there isn't actually a tunnel. It is literally surface A to surface B. There is no connecting tunnel or anything like that with it. It's not like a wormhole. And that does seem to work there. Having a late dinner and listening. So we'll try not to go off topic there, Mayor. You know, make sure it's all palatable for dinner there. And he might not have said that. Oh, he definitely said. Well, he said, yeah, stuff. I thought he said, yeah, it's a spooky action at a distance or something. Was the quote, wasn't it? There. And good evening, Marcus. How are you doing? Oh, thank you for feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom. Thanks, guys.
How is your weekend going? There. And spirituality. Yeah, I'm definitely torn with it. There. Part of me, you know, feels it, but the other part doesn't believe it. There's a real separation between head and heart, and I'm trying to unify that. But, you know, just like quantum mechanics there and, you know, sort of Newtonian sort of physics there, it just isn't gelling at the minute. I don't have a unifying theory. Loving stickers there, markers as well. And I think consciousness is infinite, which upsets me because I'm exhausted already there. They do say that we are the universe experiencing itself. So little bits have been torn off here to go and experience itself, and then we go back up to it. Maybe this for me, there's something in panpsyism, and I don't just saying it's literally correct, but there feels like there's something, you know, warmer. And panpsyism is the theory that basically everything has a degree of consciousness there, and I'm not sure if it is directly connected to mass, which isn't the same as size, but mass, I think, is the connection there. So essentially, you know, the more there is to it, or the more complexity there is to it, the more sentience there is to it, and the more it can experience itself. But yeah, I don't know how true it is, but you know, I could see that. I could understand that we are, what we experience is at this sort of an individual level. But I mean, if you want to take us down to our component parts, all of the bacteria, the microbes, they're living entities that make decisions and go about their day there, all of the different nanostructures within us as well. It's just, you know, what group size do you want it to select us? There's been an interesting observation around nations as well, so our countries, that nations will often act as a national output there, and what they'll do is very different to what the individuals say that they will do and plan on doing. So it does seem to be that, you know, that's like another entity level, and we're components within that, but there is a sort of experience of a nation, and it will do its own things to certain degrees there, and under that collective linkage there. And when I had my life after death experience, I was at home. I could see so clearly, and slowly went up. Wow. Now, I mean, phenomenal experience there, but sorry you had to go through that to have that. Again, that's quite like people talk about that, don't they? And they've done those tests, haven't they? I think that this is one that I heard, that, you know, when people are doing that and they're coming up out of their body, the researchers would put like a playing card on the top of a set of shelves, you know, near the ceiling, so nobody would see it in the room. But then if somebody was having an experience like that and they came out of their body, they'd probably see the playing card, and then if they came back, they could answer, oh, it was an ace of spades or something like that. And apparently they got that test right. So what is going on there? There. My mushroom comment always gets filtered. Oh, Kate, you'll have to pop over to that one. I want to hear your shroomy content there. And good evening there. Who put the treasure box in? Was that you, Marcus? Whoever put the treasure box in, we really thank them when you claim the coins there. Mark is in too. How are we? Loving the likes. Appreciate that. It was Marcus. So everybody thank Marcus when you claim that box there. But appreciate those likes and those shares, guys. So all those shares, those likes, they do help us reach more and more like-minded people there like yourselves, and more eyes and minds we can get looking at the phenomena, the better. So we can all piece this puzzle together there, and into space to a tunnel. The light instantly gave me so many feelings, but then your heart started really. So because I do wonder how much of our felt experience, our emotions and stuff, is human and to our human experience. So I do wonder if there is, like, if that would stop there. Where are we there? Right, heading off to bed. Oh, 6 a.m. work, man. That's cruel. But thank you for joining us. Hopefully Alan and Junior won't be playing up too much for you there. And I need to look up panpsyism now, and another 24-hour rabbit hole. Yeah. You'll come back and tell me that's crap. I haven't looked into it too deeply, but I've watched a few things on it, and I like, you know, when you're like warmer, I think there might be something in this area. They might be onto something there. My first search for that, nothing is real. Am I going to give you an existential crisis, Tommy? There. And how do they know they were going to have a near-death experience there? I imagine The doctors were playing silly buggers, weren't they? Hopefully they weren't. They weren't, done for malpractice there. Or is it the flatliners? Is it a flatliners deal? I don't think they're allowed to do that, but I'm sure somebody's done it somewhere there. Mark?
Nom nom nom, thanks, guys.
Maybe they just laid them around the hospital, in like a statistical chance. Dorothy's looking peaky, let's put something up here. It's going to be a cold winter, we'll turn the rad down. And Jordan, what's the theory? Where if it looks like loads of species learn something, they will learn it somewhere else. Oh, God, yeah, what is the name of that? But essentially, and they talk about this as an argument for simulation, theory there, that essentially when somebody's achieved something, then it's easier for other people in that sort of species can be totally disconnected, we can also achieve that thing. So they take the first 4-minute mile took us however long of athletic races to achieve that, and then as soon as it was won, then everybody else kind of did it straight away. I think it's interesting, but I think we do have to account for sort of convergence there. So basically there's probably a lot of things in the cultural environment within those cultures, even if they're detached in the world maybe, there that can allow for those things. So maybe there's just like a general health improvements of people of this generation, multiple years of good genetics that have been nourished, lots of food over millions of years, better training regimes and things like that. Things don't necessarily happen in a vacuum. Like, we'll give Einstein all of the credit, but he was the one that got the idea over the line first. There were other people thinking the same sort of things, because those ideas again didn't come from nowhere. They came from somebody else their ideas came from somebody else. So it's kind of like the environment, with these things. So that for me could explain why a lot of those things happen. But there are some things, totally disconnected tribes. One will figure out fire, and then boom, the other one figures out fire at the same time. And as far as we can tell, there is no connection. There is nothing shared there that could equally be putting them both in the zone to totally counter what I was saying at that. So we never know there. Lee, how's the passports going? Did you need the shooting star one in your passport? Who else needs their shooting star stamp that caught it, or even needs a Skywatch stamp there? In the Twitchy place, I'll have a look for that one. DJ, how are you doing? I know I'm late and you're possibly about to leave, but hello. Hey DJ, no, you're all right. You've got us for another 14 minutes or so there. We're going on a bit later today. Good to see you. Happy New Year there. And Rio, what about the black-eyed kids? Are they real? I don't know. For me, I haven't got a good connection of how they could be real. I'm not saying that they aren't. DJ as well, thank you for the heart. But yeah, I don't know yet. I haven't spent much time thinking about that. Just hoping that I don't encounter them. They're not kids and they're not human spirits there. Kate, tell us a bit more about them as well, if you know about them, because I've heard the stories, but I haven't really looked into it. And did answer the door to them black eye. Oh, I didn't answer. Yeah. Ugh. There, where are we? Oh, some DMT there, Dave, and you see the tunnel of light, just as explained in near-death experiences. Now, that is an interesting thing, isn't it? That I probably shouldn't say too much here, get flagged. But it is interesting, the experiences there, and haven't they synthesized a version of it now where they can control how long you're in there too, and they're talking about putting people together like mathematicians, architects, geologists, the qualified people to go in on these little adventures to see if they can interpret the world and understand it, and start to map the terrain a bit more and understand it, which I think is pretty cool. How you doing, Scottish? I'm back. Go to the next to the moon, Saturn. Oh, sadly we can't. We'll be there. We can't join you there though. That is silly. Oh, and there's a mushroom that makes you see small people and consistently with everyone. Oh my God, yes, the machine elves. Yes, no, I've heard about this one. I literally it popped up as like a one-liner. I think I saved it. Yeah, and there is a particular type of mushroom there where, again, normally whose hallucinations and stuff like that experiences can range and can vary very massively, but there is a particular type where people will just consistently see lots of mini people, and I think if it's that precise, that persistent, then that for me does lean to like, okay, maybe it's not, maybe you are seeing something a little bit differently there. Oh, there we go, that's a nice one. Shooting star. So, guys, who needs the old shooting star stamp for their passport? If you just witnessed that one as well there. I'm going to bed. I've got work. Oh, Rio, that's brave. But thank you for joining us. And we'll catch you later there. And DJ, thank you for feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom. Thanks, guys.
Let me scroll through there. Gliders as well, thank you for the likes, do appreciate that. Disclosure Project, good to see you there as well. And so the Black Eyed Kids have lots of local lore all over the world. People always link them to some local tragedy, and that's the stories you'll find all over. Yeah, I've heard just generally encounters with creepy Black Eyed Kids there. So is it another... however, they're not residual spirits from a trashed. They're elemental spirits attached to the area. They take on the form of what they are expected to be to people. Okay, to offend them. Oh, okay. So if you're in their bad books for a reason, then they kind of take that. Let's do a tragedy. So yeah, they. Yeah. Okay, so they take that form then, and but it's not quite perfect. That's why they get the black eyes there. That is very interesting there. I wonder, again, a lot of this old folklore stuff, the elemental spirits and things like that, like, is it touching on these things that may well be going on, again, interpreted through those ancient lenses and ideas? And if you are just joining us, we are doing a live UFO UAP Skywatch tonight. So we're looking out for the weird and wonderful, strange and anomalous flying around in the night sky here, live over Wiltshire in the UK, which is right in the heart of Crop Circle country and just down the road from Stonehenge. So do help us spot those strange things. We're also going in the middle of a meteor shower, so we're seeing lots of shooting stars. It's quite stunning there. So yeah, let us know what you guys spot. But do give us a follow, because we do something like this every night. So if it's a clear sky, this is what it normally looks like. Now the moon's up, so we're losing a few stars, but look how many we can normally see there. So we'll be back to normal service in a few days when the moon goes down. If I can be bothered and the moon's up, we do a moon watch and we see all of the really awesome craters and the details and talk about some of the weird sightings we've seen on, off and around the moon. Or if it's cloudy, we're doing an alien radio signal hunt there, searching for our large radio antenna to hear, see if ET is saying hello there. So yeah, we're always kind of doing something with the in the UFO world there, so make sure you're following, get those notifications when we go live there. Holly's in. How are we doing, Holly? Happy New Year if we haven't said it already. Raoul as well. Raoul, thank you for the likes, do appreciate those. Holly's as well, those tapping away guys, helping us reach more people there. Gliders, I'm looking forward to big new scientific discoveries being made that will challenge or enlighten us. I 100%, anything paradigm shifting there, I think, is that chance for new and possibility. Lots of people don't like it, but I think 100%, yeah, just turn what we know on its head. Remember how I said they are very easily offended? Yeah, so is that like, oh god, I've already offended them. But how do you, because if they're an elemental spirit, I imagine their experience of the world isn't going to be the same as ours. We are interpreting, and we care about things because of our experience and our priorities here, but that might not be the same for them. Because of things like our form accounts to how aggressive we are because of how much of a threat we perceive and stuff like that. So with them, what sort of things offend them, so we can know to avoid that? What is it that they don't like? And Karma, I can't see Alan. I saw Alan's there. It's all right. And the truth makes people see the little people are openly sold in markets in some countries, but have no psychotropic chemicals, no trippy stuff in them. Really? So is it that then that it's kind of like some people see the little people on them then? Or does everybody still see them, but yet we just don't know what that active component is there? And Lee as well, thank you for the rose, and Holly as well for the gifts there. Appreciate that, guys. That all goes back into the stream. Did you have a good Christmas as well there? And Holly, thank you for feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom. Thanks, guys.
They're neutral. They have no sense of good or bad like we do. That would make sense. That would, yeah, because I think a lot of it is for good or bad from our point of view. Nature doesn't have a morality there. So I can understand that. Things like encroaching in their space. Okay, now that we probably could very easily get with there. Messing with their trinkets. By trinkets, does that mean like offerings and things? So if we come across something that may have been an offering previously, or Yeah. And destruction of things they consider special or sacred to them. That makes sense there. I think stepping into a dairy circle or something like that. Ah, note to self. So that's the rings, isn't it? In the grass, the fairy circles there. Or the rings out of, what's it made out of? Isn't it the what flower is it? Whatever. Yeah. Interesting. You do wonder, like, you know, where did that interpretation come from? Like, what level of experiences did they have to go through generations to kind of come to that understanding that all mushrooms are flowers, sometimes rocks. I think rocks would be an interesting one because that's, you know, it takes physical movement. There's always a way you can play the mental games to go, yeah, they just seeded, you know, the mushrooms or the flowers seeded in a perfect circle. But if you see rocks in a line, that's a little bit less likely, isn't it, there? And as DJ says there, if you're new, please consider the likes and the shares and the subscribes there. So we can meet more and more like-minded people, because you never know who is going to come in there. So I do love it when we meet new people and they come in and they share their account. So if you've got a story, an experience with something strange that you haven't fully understood, or maybe you do understand, you just want to tell us, we'd love to hear about that whilst we're waiting for the action to happen on screens. My favourite bit is hearing everybody's encounters individually there and their theories either which way around the phenomena there. And tell me, is that a 16mm film reel behind your head? That's just a reel-to-reel audio one there. So sadly not, and but close. And you see, sometimes the rocks are given as offerings, making it a trinket. See, I'm a curious person, so I'm probably going to forget all of that and then totally do that. If I see something, I need to have your wise words in my head as I'm next out and about in the country. And I saw a Bigfoot tape where a woman had built up a relationship with one, and it made a stone circle. Oh, I haven't heard of that one, Holly. That's a good one. So, whereabouts was that? I've heard of the moving stones. There was a great account where some guys were hunting, and basically they heard all the hooting and the noises out at night. They kind of got pretty scared, and then the Bigfoot started to chuck stones there, so they all kind of were huddling in their camper vans, avoiding them being pelted with stones for hours and hours until daylight. And then when they came out, surrounding all their vehicles with these very large stones that they took 2 or 3 men and a truck to move them out of the way so they could then move their vehicles. So that was an interesting account there. And DJ as well, Sam, got EMF5 readings. Oh, and some orbs tonight. I didn't record, but saw it on cat. Excellent. Whereabouts are you doing this? Did you go out on location, or is this around the house? Because I have a rule: no ghosts in the house. If they're here, I don't want to know about it. So I don't let Leanne use her kit locally. Have you got somewhere that's sort of on your doorstep you can go to there? Reasons. Oh, it was on TikTok. I mean, that's the benefit of this platform. Rich as well, thank you for the likes, appreciate those. You know, we are getting connected by all these people, whereas before things like that might have gone to a few people that might have been interested, probably would have eventually hit somebody that didn't believe and just kind of faded out. We would never have really heard that story, or it was unlikely there. You would have claimed God status if that was a 16mm reel. I mean, it's the sort of thing I would normally have. I have considered purchasing before, but I'm on an audio kick at the minute. I say at the minute, the last few years. So I'm now coming back into visual, so keep an eye out. I'm sure I'll find an auction somewhere. God, the BBC Archives had a really good auction last year. I'm so jealous I missed out. All of the old vintage equipment being turfed out there. Could have got some real bargains there. I definitely wanted them to go. Yeah, they were. As soon as it got daylight, they were out there and will not go back there. Out and about. Love it. So, yeah, I mean, I haven't had much success on the ghost hunt side, but I haven't really tried it. Like, the amount of time I've spent doing it is minimal. So I really want to get into that this year. But I don't drive, so it's what's going to be accessible locally. I had to give up. So now we're in the middle of the country. There's not many options, but I'm trying to do something this year, or not soon. Do a little bit of an experiment down at those roads there. Definitely the Bigfoot ones. Interesting that I need to spend more time in the Bigfoot world, I think, there. And I want ghosts in my house, shadows, greys, anything that gives me a first-person experience. Like, logically, Tommy, I'm with you. Like, I want the experience for that thing. But as soon as I get a whiff, I go full Scooby-Doo. I totally forget that side. I'm like, oh, actually, I don't want this now. Why my screen was shut off? Just launching us there. You saw my video. Yeah, was that the same space then? I don't know if it's because it's a small size there, but to me, it looked like a pixie or something, like a little tiny person up in that tree. I just looked. I mean, I couldn't see the head, but definitely the alignment and stuff there. And fear will call in the kind of entities that feed off that vibe. Well, then I'm totally buggered. I'm a boneless banquet for them. Genuine fear, though, like full-on terror. Like when I open my work inbox of a morning there. I mean, it makes sense, though. And I just dipped in there, but it's not my go-to. But yeah, it's interesting, though. Definitely, like, I'm open to those things as well. Same area. You're going to have to message us, let us know what the area is there to see if we can find... Have you got any background, any history on it there? Has there been similar imports? An imp! Oh, that was the word there. Perfect. Yes, I may poo myself. But I just want to see that they're real. Yeah, but honestly, Tommy, I want to, and then I get myself into situations that I should. The head goes there, or the heart goes before the head. If there's a brick wall at the edge of the universe, there's got to be someone behind it, even more space. Guys, that's how my brain works. Like, you know, okay, right, we're talking about the universe as the ultimate defining area. But then what's that in? And then what's that in? And if then that was all created by somebody else, what's that in? You know, there's always in my head that, you know, I don't know if it's just like I've got a fundamental misunderstanding, but that's what my brain goes to. And for someone who's curious but not genuinely terrified, you'll have more luck with EVPs. I would like an EVP, and I would like to. That interests me as well, because working in audio, I think okay, maybe we could really pull that apart. Lots of information in an audio file. But if I then got a really terrifying one, would I then be scared to listen to recorded audio files, which would probably put me out of work? The area used to be the Royal Ordnance Factory during both. Oh my God! Well, I imagine lots of explosions and stuff like that around there. That very interesting site, that one. I don't know. When I think about what came before the Big Bang, I feel funny. Yeah, it's a brain melting one, isn't it? It really is. Like the mirrors repeating. Oh, sorry, guys. Little words. Don't know what happened there. Yeah, trying to. Yeah, it just hurts the old head there. And never invite a fae into your house, and never get rid of the damn things. Yeah, they create chaos there. That sounds like from personal experience there. Sounds like you've let one of these in. There. What's the ones that are very helpful, but you can't thank them in the lore? There's like a pixie or something that will, you know, chop your firewood, clean everything up, do your dishes or whatever. But as soon as you thank it or try and reward it, it gets offended. Why isn't your wife here supervising us? We're out of control. We need supervision. She'd given up a long time ago. And if there's nothing, what does nothing look like? I tell you something that I heard recently, and I mean, so you've got the universe as the overall. They talk about the overall encapsulating entity of defined space there, but then you've got what's called the visible universe, which is because the universe is expanding at a certain rate and light travels maximally at the speed of light. There is like a threshold, like a sphere around us of the furthest we'll ever be able to see, because the light beyond that just can't travel fast enough with the expansion in the universe that we'll ever be able to see it there. So it's kind of this big bubble within the universe that we'll only, ever be able to see there. But scientists very, very recently noticed that the galaxies right on the edge of that we can still see, they are being pulled out of the visible universe there by something so massive that, and I mean, we know a lot of massive things, supermassive black holes, other galaxies and nebula, and all these big structures in space. They're phenomenally massive, but these galaxies apparently are exhibiting the gravitational effects. They're being pulled at such a rate that the things that are causing that, the amount of mass needed to cause that gravitational pull in those galaxies, is just phenomenal. Like, you know, it's just something that they can't even conceive of there, and they're calling it dark flow. Theirs is very, very interesting. Where are we? I've been neglecting you guys over on the tubes there. Scientists don't know why. Very interesting. I was on the old, that particular time of mushrooms, wasn't it? Oh, shooting star in A1. Good spot in there, Knock, as well. And cool channels. By the way, so thank you. Thank you, Crook, as well. I do appreciate that. And you're very welcome to be here. Where are we on the other side? Going off my rambles there. Neglecting you guys in the chat. Oh, a brownie. Was that the type of the ones you're not meant to thank? Also not supposed to thank Faye. I'm so British. I have to. Appreciate the like there, DJ. Oh, I'll see you in a minute there, Holly. And it creates some kind of debts or something, doesn't it? I heard, yeah, they get offended, but it would make sense. And Andre, I notice, hello, thank you for the heart there, appreciate that. Okay, all the gifts, the subs, patrons, guys, do go back into the stream. Speaking of Patreon as well, we'll be announcing, I think, tomorrow our next deep dive. So we do it a couple of Fridays evenings per month there. We take a look at a leaked document or a whistleblower's account related to the phenomena over there on Patreon. And yeah, read through it all and hear what you guys think as we are reading through it. Does it align with the things you've read previously, or is it probably all crap? That's what we're taking a look at there. And I think we're going to be looking at, is it the Klondike report, I think, which is one of the early reports from the US there into the UFO phenomena. But if you use the link at the top of our bio, you can get it for free for the month there, and so you'll be able to catch 2 deep dives and watch the past ones back there. If the universe is expanding, what is it expanding into? Exactly, Tommy. I heard a scientist very smugly try to say that the answer to that was, oh look, we can see a plane. Oh, you guys can't see it because it's behind me. Damn, you might have seen it for a second. It was here, just flying across there, leaving its little chemtrails. I wonder what there's like a flight radar. Yeah, the scientists basically said that's not the right question to be asking, you know, because it's not in 3D basically. That part of the world there. Oh, that is a plane going to Chicago, from Chicago to Liège. There we go. And is it a 747? Yes, a 747. Very rarely get air traffic at this time. But yeah, I mean, I still think it needs to be something to go into. There will be a time, apparently, if they're right, and again, these are all working theories, that with the rate of expansion in the universe always being contested, but it is one of the main theories. So with that expansion, there will be a time where there will be planets orbiting stars that will never see another star in their night sky, just because of that rate of expansion. They're so far away, no light will ever reach them. So there will be generations, probably, of life forms thinking that they are the only ones to have ever existed. Hey, Legal Alien, how are you doing? Hope you had a good new year there. And Andre Notice, thank you for the gifts there, do appreciate those. Hello, so basically something that must have always been something. Well, yeah, I mean, and it could be that the Big Bang is cyclical as well. It could explode, expand, and then contract, condense, and then explode again. Or it could be, the Big Bang explosion creates a universe, and then within that, a black hole creates another universe within that. There's so many theories as well. Thank you for the follow there, Legal. How have you been? And how are we doing, Angel, as well? Good to see you in. Sorry, it's taking me a few minutes. We're going on some rambles there. And take Ahab's advice and just leave a gift. That's all. Oh, so you can leave them gifts then. There's a technicality around it then. But it can't be like repayment or thanks. And you set an alarm for that one. Yeah, and Greg, hey all, happy new year everyone. Irish guys have been busy and it's actually hit the papers. Oh, Greg, if you see any of those papers, post tag us in it. I want to see those as well. And what have your sightings been lately as well? And I'm falling down the rabbit hole now. Someone please drag me back up. No, Laura Lass, come down here with us. Join us at the green glow at the bottom of the rabbit hole here. I know TikTok is deleting all my comments. Oh, I got that one. Those ones always come through. That and the, can you see my comments? Which always means that the other ones haven't been there. But, Tommy, you might have to come over to the dark side on the YT there and the Twitch at the thing, UFO. No issues with the comment filtering there, at least. And I feel like Alice in Wonderland. I'm the sarcastic cat with the Cheshire cat with just grinning like that. There. Oh, stamp. Andrew, I noticed. That's a good point, actually. Yeah. Do you need a Skywatch stamp there? And I've got a feeling that there's a few people they haven't responded, but they need their. Who's that one? They need their Skywatch or their shooting star stamp, and they haven't got it yet. They haven't responded though. So right, let's do the stream passports there, Andrea and Otis. Right. Oh, you need to see a UFO or something anomalous. What is coming? There's something giving a lot of electronic interference in my headphones. Something wireless. Here's the microphone. What? Weird. Have to problem solve that one there. Yes, you need the UFO. Oh, and then you need the deep dive ones that Andrea noticed there. So there's 2 for those. That's what you need. But you've got your Skywatch one. Flat out communicate with spirits there. What's that for? Oh, you're sure it's yeah, I think you've got that stamp. You just need to see the UFO, so something strange in the night sky. There. And Happy New Year to everyone. Yeah, I am a little bit of routine. I'm looking forward to that. And this Big Bang Theory, I'm not buying it. Not a single atom can create 1 trillion planets. Oh my God, the Big Bang is crazy, and it's quite a new theory, and it's definitely contested. You know. And how do you stop your lens misting in the cold weather? For a very painfully hard-learned lesson where it did, and it took me 3 days to dry it out, and I thought I'd buggered it. So we've got oh, guys, did you just about see that one? It would have been down there on TikTok, and it would have been right in the corner of the screen there. That was nice and big and bright. Just coming in. That was a big one. I'm going to clip that just in case. There, but I don't think it's just on the edge of the screen. Don't know if you caught it. We've got a heating little element around the lens, so that so far it seems to be working there. And going to a deep dive into the rabbit hole makes me feel like I'm having an existential crisis. You will do when you get to the bottom of it. Stein as well, thank you for the likes there. Guys, those likes and those shares are very much appreciated, because it's how we reach all of you guys, more like-minded, open-minded people looking at the phenomena there, sharing our experiences and opinions there. An anomaly. Well, you get a stamp on your stream passport there. ET is sending messages. Yeah, I've not changed anything. There's nothing wireless over there, so I have no idea why it's suddenly picking up this interference. Never used to. There. If I do that, hold on. Is that going to go now? Something's doing it, but I haven't figured out what yet. We'll get to the bottom of it at some point there. You saw an explosion. Oh, that would definitely qualify for the UFO there, Holly, to stamp it. Oh, no, that's Andrea, isn't it, that's stamping the passports there. Oh, it's filtered you. I put it on Twitch. Okay, I'll look over there once I get to the end of these ones. And the mirror over Xmas. Oh, orange triangle, throwing shapes. And I gather Northern. I'm in the south. Really? Now that is interesting there. An orange triangle, because there's not much in nature that is triangular there to confuse that a bit there. Oh no, Andrea, the grid is technically there, but TikTok just won't show the overlay. It's over on these ones, but yeah, TikTok is really having a sulk with it. I just keep re-uploading the image. It's there for a second and then goes. Oh, sorry, there you go. Speaking of me pressing my buttons, guys, look, hey, Discord, do join our little Discord community there. Link in bio for that. Lots of cool personal experiences over there. And gliders, I think the only funny thing about chemtrails is UFO videos of orbs hiding in them. I think we are all sleeping in our rabbit hole tonight. See you there. We'll all be down there. We'll be snug and warm in this weather. We'll be grateful for it there. Where I'm always going to check out. Yeah, hopefully it's ET senders. Remember we used to get those bleeps? What was those bleeps? We thought it was ET there. Easy stop fogging on glass and lenses by cleaning them with a shaving foam. Ooh. And works on car windows. Ah, I didn't know that. I'll try that. Yeah, we used to get a problem with the moisture, like inside the lens. it'll fog up on the inside. I was like, oh god, but yeah, we've got a heating element which seems to be taking care of most of it now there. Okay, so I said a tip for ghost hunting is take a psychic with you who can sense and pull in energy or can flat out communicate with a spirit. I need a local psychic, I think. We don't need them there, Lawrence. Maybe I'm supposed to be a rabbit with all these holes I find myself in here. Starting to feel, I feel a bit like a kid in a candy shop, you know, of all of these theories. Each one is a delicious, new, brightly coloured, sugary sweet there. And everybody thank Marcus for the treasure box when you claim those. Wormholes, rabbit holes. I was going to say something else then. But we'll find us in them all there. And Marcus!
Thank you for the alien pets, guys.
Thank you for feeding Alan as well. Simply because they'll take you in the right direction. It does make sense having, you know, actually somebody there with the skill or disposition. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Why is that picking up? That's gonna drive me crazy. Is it my phone? My phone never used to cause a problem. We'll figure it out one day. I bet Mayo will join 100%. Oh, actually, probably, most likely. Does it? I assume then it does work. Yeah, it must work remotely because lots of people do it, don't they? There. Oh, you can't hear over there. Interesting. Yeah, I think how we could bring. I'm not used to doing that. It's hard to figure it out. I'm sure I could do because we're not using the. It's coming back. Oh wow, that was a good one. You guys must have caught that, or was it just behind the? Was it behind the top thing there? That was where you saw it. Ah, I love it. It's paying off tonight. Epic. Well, I had it remotely when you and P. Oh yeah, yes, because you were saying about the gravestones, weren't you? Yes, not reliable though because they give me shit. So well, hey, if you're up for it next time, I'm more than willing to think you'd be great for that, as long as it doesn't drain you too much. I'm trying to convince Leanne because it's not the most exciting place, and I've said this before, but it'd be nice and easy for us to do. But the local Weatherspoons hotel is haunted, and I had an experience in one of their hotel rooms when we came to view this house about a year ago, and just over now. And I want to hire that room again and do an investigation in there because it was quite a dramatic experience, slamming doors like very loudly and stuff. And we could stream that one, but it just wouldn't be very interesting. The look, you know, inside a hotel room, visually wouldn't be the most stimulating there. I was communicating whilst it happened, but I still saw the back end very bright. Yeah, it's a very good one there. If your Spoonies is haunted, I'm going. We'll do a group investigation. It's actually a really, it's like quite a nice pub. It's one of the nicest pubs in town, which is I'm not used to that. In Essex, if you go to a Spoons, you know, it's a pint and a fight for £5. But here, it's quite nice. Laura, that's Holly, Andre, and Mark there. Thank you.
Nom nom nom. Thanks, guys.
Thank you for feeding Alan. That was a good one. I'm glad you guys saw it over there on the tubes as well there. The carpets and spoons are haunting. Mayor's trained, so I think it should be more reliable. But I mean, if you're up for it, I don't mind. I'm sure it depends if Mayor's busy, but we can ask you both in on that one, because yeah, that would be interesting. It's an area that I'm just totally like not got any skills in are there. No, it's more like little drips of information. It's not like the deep dives needed for the readings. Oh, that's all right. If it's not draining, then I wouldn't feel so guilty. But £3.50 a pint of spoons. It's a glorious word. I know, like a time machine there. Like you get a full dinner for £5, don't you? Like, you don't even get that at McDonald's these days. Hey B, how are you? How you been? Good to see you in there. I'm not sure if I want to though. Like part of me does. I'm really curious, but like it's like a unless it's a skill that you can confidently just turn on and off when needed. I like to escape things. That's why we've got people like you. You can do the bit there. Oh, shared a police service Northern Ireland, Dublin only, and Stones Throw. Oh, excellent! I'm looking forward to that. And used to always go to Spoons at uni. Spent far too many a night there. The stairs, haunting. Oh, I saw a brilliant. Make up your mind. Where is this interference coming from? My neighbour's installed like a radio transmitter or something. His neighbouring bedroom. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Right, let's see if it comes back, right? Keep an eye out, guys. I have got one new device that has Wi-Fi in this room, so I've turned that off to see if we still get the interference from that then. Have you seen a film called The Room? Talk about hotel. Oh no, yeah, isn't that the one with old oh god, Cusack, John Cusack, isn't it? Yeah, I've seen that. It's a good film. And the thought of not being able to turn off spirit communication worries me too. Yeah, like, I like to be able to say no and retreat from these things. Dean, welcome aboard. Where are you joining us from tonight? We've seen quite a few shooting stars tonight. Absolutely phenomenal to look at. But we are looking out for the weird and wonderful for UFOs and UAP. But the moon is very, very bright tonight. So we are fighting that a bit there. Noel is in. How are you? Amanda Panda, welcome. We're talking about 1409. If we're talking about haunted hotel rooms and movies. That rings a bell. I wonder if I've seen that one. The number's ringing a bell. There. I can turn it off, but turning it on isn't reliable because I'm not trained. Oh, okay, so there isn't like an ability to do that. That's good. Because I'd worry I'd just be like, that's it, I'll be hounded forevermore. Oh, no worries, Holly. See you in a bit. There. They Live is another cult classic. I don't know if I've heard it, but I don't think I've seen that one. Mum is a medium, and she said you do have to have boundaries with spirits, and I guess it takes practice. Yeah, I think most of you building up the strength. But until then, B as well, thank you for the heart, appreciate that. But how have you been, B? How is your weekend going? And it's Room 1409, it's an excellent movie there. We need to have a little spooky movie club, I think, as well, so we can start adding those films to the list there. Did Sandra say he had seen a film? I need to go sit down. I don't know where I got this reputation from. I thought I was reasonably well versed in films, but no, apparently not with you guys. No, not compared to you. I have seen one film, yeah. The John Cusack one, about the hotel rooms. That was a good one. She calls it opening up and shutting down there. I mean, that's good if you can have some sort of control over it, because otherwise it'd just be. I don't want to be sitting down and being hounded by these things, you know. Oh, let's just spin this around a bit on your hats. I want to get these stars more in shot. There you go, got some stars there. Very, very nice. In Dave, how are we doing, Dave? Welcome aboard. Where are you joining us from tonight? The difficulty I have is separating my voice from the voice giving me information, which is likely why they stick songs in my head. Yeah, that could be. To differentiate between it there. It's really easy. You just visualise a door and shut it. And like that, latest we're closed. But what if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't work there? And Dave was only at Stonehenge a few days ago. Ah, perfect. You're just... that was just up the road from us. Do you live semi-local? So we are... Yeah, we are in Wiltshire, in the heart of Crop Circle country there. So was you there for the solstice there? Because that was only a few days ago, wasn't it? The winter solstice. Have you ever seen anything strange in the night sky? Yourself there, B?
Nom nom nom, thanks,
Thank
guys.
you for feeding Alan the old alien pets. And So far, so good. Just cold, and I don't like this cold. Oh, is it as cold as it is for you there? We're like in the minuses here. I know you've got a different measurement system for temperature. Is it 4 hamburgers below 0 or something? Probably in regards to opening and shutting the third. Okay, yeah, that does make sense. Then spooky films also have basements. Yeah, part of me would love a basement for the storage, but then would I ever go down there? And the spiders. That's the one. There, take a few days off and catch up. Check out Jim Mars. No, I don't think I have. I might have, and then just totally forgotten. What's the Jim Mars speciality there? Might ring me a bell there. I'll never catch up. Whereas if I take a few days off doing this, then work gets in the way. And Lawrence, I like in the TV show Medium, where spirits are just queuing up at the end of her bed. Yeah, that's what I imagine would happen for us there. Sorry, okay, not too far there. And did I meet you once at the Drove? Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm quite new to this. I'm quite new to all of the stuff there. But Surrey, how far is Surrey away from here? Because you got Hampshire, Dorset, so Wiltshire, Hampshire, Dorset. And then is it Surrey? So you're a county or two over? Confession, I cheat at Wordle. I just had to get that out there. Tommy, we had our suspicions, but we welcome you all anyway. And the more you practice, the more confidence helps you to be sure that your energetic movements, makes sense. Most things, it's practicing. It's like building a muscle. That analogy of building muscle, I find, works for absolutely everything there. Oh, but your shooting starting D4. It just rotate. Oh, man. Did I just do it in time? Damn it. Oh, I missed that one totally. But I tell you, we can zoom in on some of these ones. Hold on. Look at the colours in this one.
Zoom mode activated.
I'd go this way. Look at the blues, the reds, the purples there. It's the atmospheric changing. They're changing, but absolutely stunning, these ones. They'll go back to being colourful in a minute. Zoom out. There they go. Reds, red. Look at these two. Hold on, I need to go over for you guys on the TikTok. Oh, as soon as I do it, as these two look red and blue. Look at the contrast. They'll go back out of red. Look, a nice strong red and a purple. Look, lovely. Love the old stars there. How you doing, DJ? And spirits have boundaries. Do not cross lines in my houses, and bathroom and bedrooms are a no-go. But would you know? Actually, you might do if you've got the sense. There. And I don't ghost hunt where I sleep. Just out of my drilling that into me. B, that's exactly my rule. No ghost in the house. 100%. I feel that one there. Good. Glad you are there, DJ. And if I feel like I've seen you since the new year, but happy new year just in case not. And be careful what you're inviting in by setting your boundaries, guys. See, this is the thing. There's so many, like everything. There's a skill and a science. It's an art. You have to develop and build the skills. And I'm just like, I know I'd be useless at it. There's so much of a learning curve. I get enough damage when I'm trying to learn something new in the physical world. Let alone we're talking about this sort of stuff. Far too out of my depth there. So guys, if you are just joining us, welcome. We're doing a live UFO UAP Skywatch, but it's also a meteor shower, so we're seeing the odd shooting star as well, which is pretty awesome to see. We're coming to you live from Wiltshire in the UK, which is right in the heart of Crop Circle country, just down the road from Stonehenge. So a very ancient and mysterious landscape of a long history of the weird and wonderful in these skies. So yeah, do give us a follow, because we do this basically every night. If it's clear, we do this, the live UFO UAP Skywatch, and that's what it normally looks like when the moon isn't up and poisoning our night vision. Look, you can see loads more stars there. If I can be bothered and the moon's up, we do a moon watch. So all the craters, all the details, talk about how weird some of the things we've seen fly on, off and around the moon are. And if it's cloudy, as tends to happen here in the UK, we use our big radio antenna there to sweep the skies, hoping to hear a message from an extraterrestrial civilization. So yeah, if you're following or subscribed, whatever it is, there, hopefully you get a notification when we go live. Now back to the chat there. You need to protect yourself before inviting or communicating, and just know they have to listen and tell them. Do they have to? Because I won't. Like, who's enforcing that? Like, I'd worry that they're kind of lulling me into a false sense of security by pretending for a while, and then when it really matters. I say a prayer, sending vibes out when walking my dog. Don't think, talk to me. No, I could. Yes. Just giving that Essex aura there. If you pander, they won't listen. That's like in real life, isn't it? I say real life. You know, day to day with your human interactions, setting your boundaries, and you know, all of that. But what's the backup? Like, if they don't listen, what are your tools as a backup, though? Where do you go in case of emergency? Do you get like the mega sage? Like a 6-foot stick of sage? I'll use it! but like physically, you can't get them physically, can you? Like, it's like a total... Because my mind is all about the physical world. So I have a lot of trouble with the old... you know, the consciousness psionic connection with the UFO stuff. Like, I'm so ingrained into the physical world. Like, I struggle to understand... And the force are bound by their own rules. Okay, it makes, yeah. Although I am now quite liking the idea of a 6-foot-long sage thing to burn. Time out and read. Well, that's the problem. It will never happen if I actually have to do it. I'm one of these people that I have to do it in practice. I will never do any preparation or sit down and read with stuff. I just haven't got the patience for it. So I have to just make sure I'm not biting off too much, that it's going to cause too much damage when I definitely get it wrong. Yeah. Do we have a webbed spider? Yes. Swim spirits are limited, though, I think. Films exaggerate. Most, yeah. I imagine they would. You know, that, you know, there's got to be, because, I mean, immediately it is a different, you know, you've not got that physical interaction, so you're at least limited by that, aren't you? So there's got to be less than. Oh, okay. So follow rules because they want to communicate, and you can. Okay, I get you. I mean, yeah. Could be an interesting little experiment. Ease myself into something a little bit safe, I think. Oh crap! I just noticed the time, guys. Well, we are 1 minute to. Hold on. Where's my thing gone? Let me get rid of that. So, thank you everybody. It's been quite a range of conversation tonight. I quite enjoyed that one, going everything there. Did your religious comment? I think it did. I didn't get that one. Let's scroll up. Yeah, I didn't see that one. But if you chuck it in before we come off, Kate, I can quickly get it there. And it must read and support the page. Info. Yeah, I honestly, I do try, but like it takes so long. Like, I just don't get the time these days. And also, I've got a very sort of short attention span, so I can take a bit in there. I'll check that out. Oh, I'll check it over on there, Kate, then. It's been a while since I had a close encounter with a UFO, a kind. I'm still waiting for a good one, but I'm going to wait for Kate's message on the old purple one. But thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight there. So we shall be on tomorrow night. I don't know if we might do a little bit earlier. I'm doing 10 till midnight at the minute, but I might try and do a little bit earlier tomorrow there. But yeah, thank you, everybody, for joining us. It's been awesome to have you here. And oh, Kate says, I said you are the force, and they have to listen, which is why the bad demonic hauntings are done to very religious people. Oh, so it's a connection with that. Interesting. They believe Jesus will do the work. It's not Jesus, it's you. That makes sense there, yeah. So we do have a deep dive, and it will be, I think it's either going to be this Friday coming, or it'll be the Friday after. I need to look at the calendar because we haven't done one over the Christmas break yet, so I haven't set it. But tomorrow I'll be announcing the deep dive. We'll put a post about it. But yeah, it's normally done on Fridays. So tomorrow probably will be us. Actually, it might be a Skywatch because we're looking clear. Let's have a look. Right, what are we looking for? Sunday, or the clouds might be in. There might be some clouds tomorrow night, so it might be an alien radio signal hunt tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see. But thank you everybody so much for joining us and your awesome conversation and your knowledge. We're all learning a bit there. So it's been fun there. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the tapping away. They're helping us build our little community up. Really do appreciate that, mods, as well. And Andrea as well. And thank you for those extra gifts and for feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom.
Before we go there.
Guys.
And -3. I think we're like -5 around here at the minute. I'm not looking forward to putting that camera back in. But thank you so much, everybody. And we'll hopefully catch you all tomorrow night there as well. So do make sure you're following so you get that notification when we go live. But yeah, thank you for gifters, subbers, patrons too. And you're the ones helping us be able to improve the stream as well. So you guys are amazing. And yeah, we'll catch you all tomorrow night. Bye, guys. Tubers, you go.